Okay, turn on the torch, light up the flames. Time to melt some glass, my friends. There you are. Here I am to explain, to teach, and create. Again. Yeah, like always, my table is a mess. But I did straighten it a little while ago. Not a lot, just a little, but I did straighten it. So that way I can make sure that I know where some things are on this table, huh? Let there be light. Now this one is going to be made completely with a single flame. Okay, I'm going to bring it up just a little bit higher. And the reason for it, well, let's do it on this side, never mind, and hope that I don't try to grab the back end of this thing anytime soon, right? Right. And that happens. That's why they call me Bernie. Now I've gotten a few burns on this hand, believe me. There's what I'm looking for. It's in the floor. It fell. It fell! There we go. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm making a foot. Somebody asked about feet. And in this foot, pretty simple, I'm going to make a tar heel. And if you're interested in a tar heel, send me a message and we'll see what we can do about getting you one. Okay, first of all, of course, we're going to work on the heel part of it. And I just put a dot of blue. It's turbo cobalt blue, which is a really dark black. A dark blue, so it works as black anyway. And it also goes with the sort of like the Carolina faint color blue, but not quite. Anyway, now I'm going to put a cold weld there in the back of this heel, and this is the actual heel to the tar heel. And then I add a lot of glass to the front of this to make the foot itself. Not a lot of glass, probably about up to right about where my finger is. I'm not going to touch it because it's hot, because I just was melting there. Okay. Not quite there yet, almost. And I usually put an arc to the center of the foot. Arc, whatever. Same idea. Tilt that right. Oops. There we go. Okay, here's the fun part. You thin out the rod, or if you've got 2mm or whatever, so that you can do 5 toes. That's where my dyslexia kicks in, and I can only sometimes put 4 on here, but I do try. The thinner it is, the better off you are at getting 5 toes on there. And if you wanted to, you could use a pair of scissors and snip between each one and stuff like that. That's another way of doing it. This is 2. And make sure you're doing good welds, that they're not going to fall off anytime soon. Look like we might get them snug, but doable. 3. 4. Get a little bit more, and I gotta add a little bit more just on this side, just a little bit. Get that 5th toe on there. That's just me for you. All you gotta do is just reposition them a little bit. There we go. It's stuck. Of course it's stuck. And what we're going to do is curve it this way a little bit more, towards the big toe. And then outward again. There we go. That made everything right. And if you want to make the toes a little longer, you just sort of touch and pull. Touch and pull. Oh, those two got together. Oops. This is what I meant by scissors. Watch and learn. Oh, come on. Little tiny thin scissors should do the trick. It's just not melting right today. There you go. There we go. Boy, those are ugly looking toes. Of course, here, let's kick that up just a notch. It's a single flame, but it's a notch flame. That was half the battle. I didn't have enough melting capability going on. Sometimes the Neanderthal look is good. And again, anytime you want to add, you just touch, pull, touch, pull, touch, pull. You can add toes. There we go. Now a loop or bail on the back end. And I'm also going to show you how to do the toes by cutting. And I'm not going to go into the whole toe or the whole foot this time. I'm just going to do the back where the where the toes go on anyway. Loop. Here we go. I usually do a question mark. Seal it up. There we go. Looks a whole lot better now that I finished it. There we go. It went back to regular light, which is good. Now I'm going to dim it back up a little again and try to cut toes this time. Okay. Dim it back down. There we go. Toes. Into the foot. Comes right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and add some glass. Back and forth will be fine. I'm going to be clipping and melting it in anyway. Okay? Now, fun. Triple fun. Let's try it with this, just to see. Big toe. Next toe. And that would give the look to it too, as you can see. Interesting. Also probably do teeth that way. Yeah, too bright. Now we're going to clip a little bit. Just scissors, and see if this doesn't come out even better. There's one toe. Yeah, you can make teeth like this. There you go. Like, totally good. It worked out real well, okay? Like, totally. Okay, totally. I know, that's a bad... Then again, if you wanted to add more, all you got to do is just touch and pull. And melt out a little bit more glass. All the way around. There you go. Same idea. Again, I used this, which was basically a pair of wire cutters, and crimped it. I could have crimped it all the way through, but I didn't. And used a better pair of scissors to get a little bit more detail. So this is just one way of doing it. And/or making texture like teeth or whatever. You can see that, can't you? So, with that, thanks for watching. Carpe Vitro, and enjoy your day.